Um, as a firefighter, driving the fire truck, um, doing the Christmas parades, my favorite. Um, and they always, the ladies auxiliaries, a lot of the firefighters, the older firefighters wanted me to drive the big ladder truck or the rescue truck. And that's one of my favorite because at this town of Apex, people knew the Fullers, knew my family, and I was just, it was amazing how I was just couldn't wait to get up in the morning for the sun to come up, take the truck, wash it, wax it, clean it up, and the lady auxiliary wouldn't ride no other truck but my truck because they know I was safe and courteous. That was my favorite. I guess it's mostly with family and friends here in Apex. Um, Larry Jordan, the Harrises, um, because we was well known. We could come and get parts because my dad and mom was well known. My mom was a minister. And just the favorite is just coming downtown Apex, going to John Beasley and Ralph Martin. They had the old-fashioned stores. And where you can go in and get stuff, pay for it by the end of the week. And like I say, everybody knew everybody. Wasn't no fighting, shooting, and killing. And it's just where you can feel comfortable walking downtown Apex. The cops knew everybody. If you did something wrong, they will contact your parents and let you know, hey, I seen him speeding the other day, but I didn't write him a ticket. And that was a feeling where the community was very special to one another. Today, the buildings have changed, structure of the buildings. Um, what's so special is that the people here in Apex have never changed. They always welcome new people. I don't care if you're Virginia, Kentucky, or New York, they always had that welcome. When they had the Pig Fest, when that first started, it was like open hands, welcome. Won't nobody, didn't nobody get out of hand. Friday night, people would spend the night, wait till the next morning. Because back there then, the fire department had a spaghetti dinner. And the junior firefighter sponsored that. Then after the spaghetti dinner, peak week. And not only that, yes, and after that, during Christmas in October, they always had a Saturday morning pancake breakfast and sausage. And after that, then was the Peak Fest. And then December, when they used to block the town off, had the October Fest. That's what made Apex. All the arts and crafts, from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And it just where everybody just had a enjoyment day, and people were just so nice and greeting other people. That's what made Apex so special. To keep growing, getting bigger, inside the city limits and outside the city limits. More people are coming into the area, and I look at Cary, Garner, and all that, but something special about Apex, because they got a lot of Southern folks, a lot of Baptist folks here that have been here for a long time. Now, I think they have changed where the older folks are not here anymore. They had trained their generations to be like they was back in the day. Be nice to people, be honest to people, help people, and that's what we always did in my family. At the church I go to, wintertime come when people didn't have oil heaters, we go out and cut wood and bring it to their house. They still do that around here in Apex. They used to have a cab in Apex, was Mr. Harrison, which sometimes would take people around for free. And that's what made Apex. I mean, picking up elderly folks, taking them to the store. And the Cotton was his last name. But, and I like to see Apex just, well, let me back up. I like to see Apex stay like it is. I don't want to get too big because now it's just like you're right here together, everybody know about it. Now a lot of people has come in, don't know people, like we know, because I can see some folks now that I don't even know, but somebody, I can go down to the Waffle House. It's a guy named Andy Clark. Well, he lost his leg years ago in an accident, and he's well known around in Apex. Well, me and my twin brother went down there one Saturday morning, and he had some clients. And I looked at him and said, I don't like you. I never did like you. If you won't sit down at that table with the client, I'll pick you up and throw you through that window. And the people got scared. They was going to leave. He said, just sit down. If your mom and daddy know you talk like that, they'll tear the hide off of you. But it was just like people, we knew that man, that lady in Apex, because if we did something wrong, I'm going to tell John Lee and Eloise, you know that's wrong. The same thing with the police officers, the same way. And that's what makes Apex great. It's not like color. It's just like right and wrong. Because, see, I knew better. I still say, I'm 62, and I still say, yes, ma'am, and no, sir. That was put into me. Being a junior in rescue, I learned from my father. He was in it for a good while, so many years, and I used to watch him run calls from the house across the street, because that was the MS building. And I learned, because he knew every street around here in Apex. He knew where to go. He knew a lot of people in between Nicky Winstead, Roy Howard, Johnny Johnson. Those guys was lieutenants and captains. And Dad, they would call John Lee that's my dad's name, John Lee. They would call him and say, look, John Lee, you on call, you and Mike McDougal was on call together. I mean, it used to be shootings in Apex down here at the lower end. Mike McDougal and my dad, John Lee, could go down there because they knew a lot of people. So, and I learned about it, and Dad would come and tell me the stories, And then when Dad started phasing out of it, I said, I think I want to think about be a junior rescue. So I talked to Nicky, I talked to Roy, I talked to Johnny Johnson, and they told me the requirements, And I started, took the first aid class, CPR class, and also, when you took the class, you get a patch, first aid, CPR, and I started from then. Then once I got be a volunteer, as I grew up rescue. Me and my brother, they put us on a crash truck because we can use a lot of heavy-duty equipment. They like if somebody was trapped in the car, we can use that equipment. They always call us. I remember one night it was like snowing, ice on the road, and Mr. Olive used to be dispatched for Apex, and we was right there behind rescue, and they set the pagers off and said, attention Fuller Brothers, got a 1050 PI subject pen. And the hearse we were using, we could hold it ourselves because we was big boys. But it take two people to operate the tool. So I learned more about that. We had training. Somebody strapped me in the car, how to get them out. And the funniest thing about me being in the fire department is where Carl, the fire marshal now, was going to a house fire in New Hill. And we had ate at Dallas Chicken and Biscuit. It was like we're going to eat that dinner, supper, coming to the house fire. Nancy was with rescue. And I was so excited, I sucked up a bottle of air before I got to the fire. And then when I went in the house, come back out, I passed out on the ground. So they said, need rescue. And Nancy said, must be one of the Fuller boys. So, got that, took my blood pressure, and I was kind of, he's like, you're going to be okay. So then I learned right there then, the right way. When we had the fundraisers, everybody come together as a brotherhood. I mean, cooking the barbecue, the chicken, and we'll raise money, and after that, we'll see how the fire department was growing and buying nice equipment, and everybody was getting along just like a family. What we did, they had to put out flyers about, when we was going to have a barbecue or when peak week came, and a lot of people from Apex, especially people at downtown, people outside of Apex, they were like, we're going to come and support the Apex Fire Department. I used to, as I was in the fire department, I got in trouble when I used to answer the phone up here, somebody called, ask about something about a fire. I said, you light them, we'll fight them. Bill said, that's the wrong thing to say, But more people here in Apex knew a lot of guys in the fire department, from the Yates to Harris, Johnson, everybody knew one another. And so we needed that backbone. The bank, CCNB Bank, was backing us up. Southern National Bank was backing us up. If we needed equipment or the truck needed to be fixed, we had guys that could work on the truck at the gas stations. And the Harrises, Mr. Harris had a printing shop right downtown. So he printed out the flyers about the chicken and the barbecue. And when it all comes together and we have the money, we didn't owe anybody anything because we paid the fire truck off, we paid this off. So it was just like, hey, we're doing great. And all of a sudden, like I said, when the pay come, it was kind of like, well, I'm paid now, so I'm better than a volunteer. It wasn't that way. We still worked together because we trained together.